So if we refer back to the theme of the REDL board game, which is part of his podcast, imagine you have a 12-year-old kid sitting right next to you. How would you explain to that kid what you do in very simple terms? What would it be?
I'd first say I'd really establish that rapport with the kid. Let's call him little Johnny. I'd find out what his parents do. I'd be asking him questions firstly about, well, do mum and dad ever have to miss your occasions, like the school sports, usually on in the day, so on and so forth. Answer I would expect in most terms is, yeah, look, they try to get to as many as possible. Also depends on whether they have their own business, which you've already found out. I then say, well, what I do is I help mum and dad to regain more time so they can spend it with you. And in doing so, build a strong, growing business that provides the family with financial freedom.
Mm.
I think one of the things with, let's call ourselves business coaches, is we go too high a level in trying to explain things. We need to simplify it a lot more. And
Wow.
accountants are notorious for that, self included.
Wow. I like the example you've just given us. Yeah. Um, so you work with businesses of all sizes, from small family-run operations to major corporations like Telstra. What one key lesson you've learned from that applies universally across the board?
Oh, the key one for me, and I've used it in presentations frequently, is that all businesses at their core are exactly the same. Their role is to get leads in, convert them to customers, get them to transact more, build the average sale value, get better gross margins, and that applies to all businesses, and of course, better net profit. Forget all the accounting shenanigans with EBITDA and all of those. Just focus on those 5 areas. Every business is the same. The unique part about every business is not the industry they're in, it's the person behind the business.
Mm.
What's their attitude? What's their core values? How do they treat a client? Those are the important differences. The basics are the same. And that's why I can deal with pretty much any business in helping them, because my mindset is I don't need to know how to sell or make widgets. I don't need to know how to be a plumber.
Mm.
What I need to know is your basic fundamental business underlying it, because that'll show me where and how to grow their business.
Mm. Okay, wow, I like that. Yeah, okay, something that every business owners, irrespective of the product, they need to be aware of. So it applies, like you say, universally across all businesses. Yeah.